What's up? What's up? What's up, everyone? This is your boy Big Norm, and I want to welcome everyone to another edition of the Everyday Norm Show. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. I want to apologize for getting a video up, taking so long to get another video up. It's not as convenient as I thought it was when I first started this, trying to find the time between family and work and everything else, trying to get the time to get a video together and get it posted and edited and final cut and everything. So I do apologize for between the times between my last show and this show. I'm going to do a better job at getting more videos up more often. So I do apologize. But I thank you for tuning in. Thank you for telling everyone about the Everyday Norm Show that you can find right here on YouTube. So subscribe, tell your friends, subscribe, like, drop a comment, tell me what you think about this episode and previous episodes that have been posted. Check them out. I've done one from Albany State. I've done wrestling. I do a wide variety of topics. So check them out. Tell a friend. You can catch the Everyday Norm Show here on YouTube and also on Instagram. And don't forget about the Everyday Norm podcast. You can find on Facebook and Twitter. Okay? Now, today's topic, healthy living. Okay? We live in a society that stresses healthy living. From food to drinks, from everything else. You see all the products that are on the market today, from diet water to alkaline water to you name it. Okay, so and there's so many different diet plans and so forth. So I'm just going to give you just 3 little tips that can help you if you're looking to feel better, slim down, be more in shape. I'm gonna give you 3 tips that are easy, very simple to do, and they're not extreme to where you feel like you're actually starving, killing yourself, as opposed to feeling better, but more importantly, looking better, okay? So let's get started with number 1. All right, the first thing I want to talk about is eating. Not just eating, but also particularly your eating habits. Many times we hear about cutting out our carbs, cutting out our sodium, cutting out greasy foods, some even red meat like ground beef, pork, and those things. And even if you don't do that, and even if you do, one thing you can do that will help is eat smaller portions. Many people think that once they've gotten full, they've actually reached their limit. But when you've gotten to the point where you feel like your stomach is about to explode, you've actually overeaten. Okay? So one thing you can do is in your 3 main courses, your breakfast, your lunch, and your dinner, instead of eating as much, eat a little bit less. Okay? Instead of maybe 3 eggs, maybe go down to 1, maybe go down to 2. Don't cook as many grits or cook as much toast or whatever it is. Bowls of cereal. Instead of doing maybe 2, maybe 1 bowl. When it comes to lunch, you can also alternate between beef and or chicken, possibly a salad as an alternative. And it doesn't have to be a big salad. It's when you're in between meals that a lot of times that we mess up. So in between meals, like an apple, an orange, some type of fruit that will be nutritious, but also curb the appetite till you want to eat as much during your main courses, your lunches, your dinner, and your breakfast. Also, watch the late night snacks. That really messes up people too, because you're eating late and you're laying down on it, which means you're not giving your body time to burn that energy off so it sits. Okay? So you can also eat less portions even if you haven't necessarily changed your eating habits. Eating habits changing is good, but also eating less portions, okay? Eating less portions will help out in the long run. All right? Now, to the next one. Okay, number 2 tip, water. Water is so crucial in our everyday life. Majority of our bodies consisted of water. Drinking water is such a good idea, drinking more of it. Now, I've heard people say if you drink about 8 ounces or 8 glasses of water, you're doing pretty good. Now me, I drink water all the time, but I can't drink it by itself. So one thing that I do that helps, I put lemons in my water. I get a cooler, a little tumbler, or a 40-ounce tumbler, and I drink that throughout the course of the day. Now with the lemon, it gives it a little taste, surprisingly, a sour to bitter taste because of the lemon, but nonetheless, I can drink it that way. I don't add anything else. You can add cucumbers and some other things that help with a fat burner, but the lemon also acts as a detox as well, okay? Now, if you want to change it up, I also do a water with apples. Take an apple of your choice, and I also do cinnamon. Cinnamon has a couple of health benefits. One, it helps increase metabolism, and it also helps those people who are in trouble with high blood pressure. The apple is more so for the taste with the cinnamon. but they're both effective. So I do the water with the lemon or with the apple of my choice, whether it's Fiji, Granny Smith, Red Delicious, and cinnamon, okay? And I would drink that during the course of the day. But many times we don't drink enough water. Even when it comes to things like soda and tea, even though it's based on water, it's still preferable to just drink regular straight water. Bottled water, whatever the case may be. But water would be very, very crucial in helping you drop a few pounds. Also, drinking water will help curb your appetite to where you won't eat as much during your 3 meals that we talked about in the first segment. Okay, drinking more water, it means you'll fill up faster. It means you won't have desire to eat as much. Okay, so before you eat, drink as much water as you can. Okay, drink as much water as you can. You will be going to the bathroom a lot. Okay, and that's the thing about the lemon water as well. It burns, increases your metabolism, so you have a desire to want to eat more and so forth. But continue to drink your water. It'll burn your metabolism, help burn the metabolism, okay? And it acts as a detox for the body, which is very, very important. Get all the things that we don't need in our body that don't always come out the natural ways, if you know what I mean, okay? So my second tip is water. So if you're drinking water, great. Maybe you want to increase your dosage, increase how much water you're drinking. But if you're not drinking any water, you want to incorporate this in your everyday eating habit. I know for some people, just plain water is hard to drink, like myself, because I want something with taste. That's why I add the lemon, or I'll add the cinnamon with the apple, okay? So water is my second tip for each and every one of you. Last tip coming up right now. Okay, now my last tip I want to give everyone is very, very simple. Exercise. You can eat healthy all you want. You can cut down on your portions. You can even drink water till you can't drink it anymore. But if you don't incorporate some type of exercise into your daily regimen, you're still holding yourself back. You're still not going to get the desired results that you want. And it doesn't have to be an all-day workout. It doesn't have to be several hours if you don't have the time. I just recently went to the doctor. He told me that just a half hour of some type of exercise, whether it be push-ups, whether it be walking, he even suggested walking. My doctor told me in 6 months I could lose 50 pounds just by simply walking, okay? So we have to incorporate some type of exercise. Now, my job requires me to be on my feet roughly pretty much 8 hours. So I'm constantly walking, I'm constantly standing, I'm constantly moving. But I can still incorporate more walking into as far as the exercise. I don't necessarily count the walking that I do on my job, even though it does help. But if I can increase that for just another additional half hour and really get a good workout at it, then I can increase my chances of losing weight even at a faster rate. So exercise is important. You can eat good, you can eat better, you can drink better, you can leave your tea and your coffee and your sodas alone, but incorporating some type of exercise, anything that can get your heart rate up, jumping jacks, walking in place, push-ups, if you want, not really the lift weight or the jazzercise type of person. If you want to go, fellas, if you want to go to the blacktop and do some runs and gains, that would be a good exercise for you to burn off sweat, burn metabolism, and you're using all your muscles at once. The old term they call muscle confusion, to where you don't peak out once you're losing weight. If you're not the gym person, that's fine. These are other alternatives. Walk in your neighborhood just for 30 minutes. If you're in the back of your subdivision, walk to the front, walk to the back. That may take you a half hour and you're done for the day. You're done for the day. If you see a program on TV, one of those exercise programs, work with the program, that exercise program. Exercise with them for just a half hour. 30 minutes is all you need, people. 30 minutes, a half hour. That's all it takes every single day, okay? So we talked about eating less portions. We've talked about drinking more water, and now we're talking about exercise, incorporating some type of exercise into your daily diet, and you will begin to see drastic results. Immediate, maybe not necessarily immediate, but you will definitely see the results over time. And the key to all of this is discipline. You have to have the mindset, do you want to do this? It's going to get a little difficult, it's going to be challenging, but you can do it. You can do it. I just recently went to the doctor, ladies and gentlemen. I'm 45 years old and I'm weighing at 299 pounds. Now, for me, I'm 6 foot tall, so it's a little bit heavier. Well, not a little bit, but that's heavier than what I want to be. But the tips that my doctor gave me will also help me get my weight down. And this also, people, if we do these things, this can avoid you having to get medication for things that you already have in your home that you can use to lose weight and to be healthy, okay? We live in a very, very health conscious society. So let's take advantage of all the resources that we have, the natural resources. You don't have to go to the doctor to get a pill that you can find to do the same thing that you can find in your neighborhood supermarket in the produce section, okay? So if we take the time, if we take the tips that we know that and use them, we can do so much better for ourselves, and you'll see a difference and you'll feel a lot more confident about yourself. I know I will. Okay, so those are my tips for today. Eating less, smaller portions, even if you're not changing your eating habit, which you should. Changing your less red meat, more chicken, fish, turkey, even comes to bacon instead of pork bacon. Maybe go with a turkey bacon. I like turkey bacon, okay? Incorporating more water. Drink as much water as you can throughout the course of the day. Maybe a couple of bottled waters, but change your water. You're drinking less soda, less tea, less coffee, more water, okay? And also exercise. Find a way to exercise for just a half hour a day, okay? That's going to do it for my show today. I want to thank everyone for tuning in, telling everyone about the Everyday Norm show. I appreciate all the love. I truly cannot do this without you. You all keep your boy in prayer. And I also want to send a shout out and a prayer request to everyone affected by Hurricane Michael down in Panama City, Florida, the state of Florida, and also in Georgia. All the colleges where my son is, Albany State, have been hit heavily damaged by the storm, and students had to be evacuated and relocated to other schools, and they're not always nearby. So I'm thankful that as far as I know, there were no fatalities on his campus, but we do know that there were fatalities from this storm. So keep those families in your prayers, okay? So we want to keep them in prayer. We want to hope that everyone who stayed, who could not leave, who did not leave, we're hoping that they are okay. All right. Thank you everyone for tuning in. This is the Everyday Norm show that you can find on YouTube and Instagram. So please subscribe, tell your friends, drop a comment, hit the like button. Tell me what you think about the show, and I will see you when I see you. I will leave you with these words. Let's look upward, not downward. Let's go forward, not backwards. Always lend a helping hand. In Jesus' name, amen. God bless you. I love you all with the love of Jesus, and I will see you a lot sooner than you have been seeing me before. God bless you.